Hello everybody, Joe Tactical here again. Going to show you guys a couple pieces of gear that might help you with your systems, whether it be a loadout, an EDC, backpacking, on and on with any type of organizational system. Now, what this is primarily going to be about is this is the Maxpedition 5-inch flashlight pouch. I believe they call it a flashlight pouch, but in this video I'm going to demonstrate to you the other uses you could use this for. Now, what I like to show in my videos are things that I had a question about before the gear, but couldn't find an answer to in a video or even a forum or whatever. That way it can help others if they had the same questions or problems that I did. Now, this is the 5-inch, and let me start by saying real good quality Velcro here and along the whole base of it. And see, if you put taller items in these pouches, sometimes it won't be able to grab too much of the Velcro, which isn't really a problem. I like, just rule of thumb, and rule of thumb, I like about 1 inch or so grabbing minimum. Okay, so I mean, if it was like that, I would want it to be grabbing more, but you can see it's grabbing about, I'll show you guys, it's grabbing about 1.25 inches there, and this appears that it could hold a 6.5-inch flashlight. Okay, now I got this specifically for the Quark flashlight that I have on the way to me for my EDC, and then this one is going to be for my tactical vest. So that way, if I have to get to the vest, I just take the flashlight that I use and I'm familiar with out of my EDC, and I just slide it right in. And the same thing goes with my multi-tool too. My Charge TTI, I would take the multi-tool I use for my EDC system as well as the flashlight that I use for my EDC system and have it on me. That way I'm familiar with both those items, that way in the event of I needed to go to my loadout for whatever reason, I would have that familiar gear with me. Okay, well, with that aside, let's just do a couple quick measurements here, and it'll be just about the basic width of this is about 1.5 inches. Now, that doesn't mean that it can hold 1.5 inches in there. It just means that the actual overall width of it is 1.5, and I would say 1 inch would be about what your diameter is. Now, let me just show you guys. Let's say you have this pouch, and it goes real low profile, and it goes to about, I would say, 5 inches. If this top was flat, it would be at 5 inches or so. Okay, now let's see what we can put in here. This Maglite is the closest thing I have to the Quark size right now. I have some other flashlights, but they're not quite to this size. And let me just demonstrate that. Goes in pretty good, a little loose, which is good because I think the Quark light is thicker in the shaft part of the flashlight, and it's grabbing with about, let's see what we got here, 2.5 inches of Velcro is grabbing, and I like that. And I think like I said, the Quark Turbo AA squared is a little thicker and it's got a thicker head, but it should work fine. I saw somewhere on Maxpedition's actual website that somebody bought this pouch specifically for their Quark Turbo AA squared, and they said it worked perfectly. So that's kind of what I'm going on. I hope it fits right. It should fit right. But that was the Maglite in it. Now let's say you want a good quality pouch for your knife, and I know you can use mag pouches, and I do that and everything else, but that's nice right there. You see how good that goes over? All the Velcro is completely on each other for good contact. There's no way that knife's coming out. Very nice. And they also have a 4-inch pouch with this as well. So the 4-inch might work better for knives because a little bit was overhanging like that. And I think if you went to 4-inch, it would probably just be perfect for a knife pouch, which the quality is excellent in this. Now let's say you got a magazine, and I'm also comparing this not necessarily that you guys are going to use a mag or a knife or a recorder or a light or whatever. I'm just showing because, you know, chances are you got a folding knife or a magazine or a recorder or a mag light or something that you can see comparison in. Because, like I said, I just try to answer questions that I had before. Now, you can put the mag in long ways. You got about a 1/2 inch of slack down there. Fits nice. And that's the mag sticking straight out. Let's put it to the side if we can. That's the mag to the side. A little tight for what I would like, but I'm sure there's like slimmer magazines, you know, or whatever. But that would work just fine. That fits real nice and sleek and everything else. That's pretty good. Now the recorder, you got to be careful because this is an electronic device and it's kind of sensitive. But fit it in there. If you push it down too far, you'll have to push it from the bottom and then pull it out. But you know, have whatever you need to. And again, I'm just putting this stuff basically as props to demonstrate the different size comparisons and everything else. Now let's get on to the spec of the bag, or the pouch rather. It's made out of the great quality stuff that Maxpedition uses, and they have a 3-inch belt loop, closed belt loop here, and then they have 3 Molly/Pals webbing on the back here, and it works out pretty good. I haven't attached this yet, but I might make another video showing that. I'm not sure yet. But I like something else they do. They have these little tabs. Let me see if I can get you a decent shot here. They have those tabs on the top and on the bottom. And I could only assume that that would be for securing or whatever you had to do. You could even slide like a G2 Mini or something in there, I think. It might not be thick enough, but I'm not sure. But I'm sure there's other pens or something you could do. However, you know, everybody's system's different, and it's good to have options and versatile. Also, with these elastic, horizontal elastic like stays or, you know, whatever you want to call it, you can slide a pen in there too. So it's just something to keep in mind, organizing your system. But that's that. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop me a line anytime. Hope it helped. That's the Maxpedition 5-inch flashlight pouch. Joe Tactical out.